Hey, Dev.
Nope.
Who's sponsoring this episode?
Colossal.
I think it's colossally crazy that I didn't know that.
I think it's a colossal failure on your end.
Colossal.
Anyway, this episode is supported by Colossal, a brand new way to discover beats online. Colossal lets artists gain exclusive access to beats from top industry producers. These are beats that are usually only reserved for major artists, and they're partnering with new producers every day. We're excited to share that Colossal is now in beta, so if you're an artist looking for beats, check it out now. And if you're a producer and want to get on the platform and sell more beats, register now at colossal.fm/producers. And it's free, no subscription costs. The app has a killer feature called Vibes, which is a totally new take on beat discovery. Just describe the kind of beats you're looking for, and Vibes gives you a personalized feed to scroll through, just like TikTok. Visit colossal.fm right now to get started. Envy.
We live,
We
Envy.
live, Envy.
We live, Envy.
We live. I ain't gonna lie. We testing something out right now.
Oh, dude, he got the
We don't know what to say.
Facts,
Who's
he got the dad mug in his hands and the Skittles.
This mug has been holding. I'm trying to stop drinking out of so much plastic cups. So I bought a lot of like stainless steel cups and stuff like that to drink out of now.
Environmental thing or body, like
Not even environmental. No shade to the environment. Because that sounds crazy. But really just plastics, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to stop ingesting so much plastic in my daily life. If that makes any sense. Yeah, for real.
That's interesting.
It's like buying too many
Did you
plugins.
not just use a plastic straw?
Yeah, I'm trying to limit the amount of plastic that I consume. Like, or
Are you trying to
use.
get to a net zero?
I'm not trying to get to a net zero, no, because I don't think. I mean, if there's an alternative, that'd be great, but no.
Paper straws.
Paper straws suck.
Bad.
But
After
better for the
5
environment.
minutes.
I get you. What is better for the environment of what we do?
Of audio.
Yo, I know they're so confused. We are trying something. I'm just letting you know.
Can I be that
plastic? You think plastic gear would be better?
No, it would overheat and melt.
guy? That is true. Can I be that guy? Can I be that guy?
Yo, we don't know. We just throw.
Can I be? Yeah, I'm about to throw.
Let's go. Courtney about to
Are
say
I'm just saying.
5-inch cones better than 7-inch cones?
The new standard.
7-inch.
I will say I have no stake in this, by the way, because as y'all have seen me document on this podcast, I live and die by this model. But I'm just saying, you know what would be better? I feel like a lot of people feel that if we cut it out of our music making ecosystem.
What?
Subscription platforms. And y'all can take that and run with it. But
I'm about to make sure I show your face.
Yo,
Yo,
we not
ever
doing
see-
this today.
you ever see
Courtney,
someone- you ever see someone pander on the camera?
Was about to drop the biggest bomb on earth. Someone said subscription.
Imagine he went safe with it, but nah, I can't really think of like what would be something that's like.
I told y'all we shouldn't have just.
I think that is the topic
Yo,
though.
introduce the pod.
I think that
Introduce the
Yo,
pod.
welcome to the My Studio
Studio
Nerds
Nerds.
podcast, the podcast for studio nerds like yourself. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, remember, one lucky person in the comment section is going to get that VIP Gold Edition Rosetta EQ or compressor. Just leave a fire comment with your @name from Instagram so we can hit you and say you won, or else we won't be able to tell you that.
Facts.
Also, you can become a member of the store or of the channel.
You get goodies, you get information, you get mixing and mastering videos, you get money in the store. You get to see these episodes first. You also might get a secret extra Rupert Neve Newton channel that Dev is trying to pawn off. I'm not saying
Why
it
you
exists
just
or not.
lying?
He lies.
A lot.
I'm not trying to give that off.
A lot.
Can
What's
I-
it called when you lie a lot? You're a blank
Path-
liar.
Pathological liar.
Pathological
liar. Can I say something about you kind of brought something up my Newton channel. So once again, I think I brought this up on
You ain't trying
another
to pass
episode.
it off. You're not trying to get rid of that.
Yeah, no, introduce yourself.
I'm about to say.
please.
Oh, I'm Devvon Terrell. I'm a Pro
true.
Tools user.
Uh-huh.
To the left of me.
We really like talking. It's 12.
He's just 12. Okay, what's your name to the right?
Yo, you should say your name for people.
You should
Like,
sometime.
Man.
There was a
Derek-
time I said Courtney and somebody said who? And I said 12 and they was like, oh, the Ableton guy.
I like that. I got to keep it hidden. Got to keep it
My
hidden.
name is
the right.
LJ. I'm
Like
the
them
FL
tracks.
Studio user. And yeah, man.
Respect. What I was bringing up was I was looking at my Newton channel and somebody asked me about my workflow on it. I did bring this up before, but I did want to bring this up about my background vocals. So I was explaining to somebody. He was like, why would you get that preamp instead of like a single channel preamp that it's just a preamp as opposed to getting the whole channel strip thing? So I told him, I said, the reason why is because see it like this. You know how when in my mixes, I try to differentiate the background vocals from the lead vocal. Right? So I said, okay, well, I have a certain setting that I like for my lead vocal on the Newton channel. But instead of switching out a mic or anything like that, I quickly just go to the Newton channel and I change the texture on the saturation, harmonic saturation. And I also add a little bit of compression for my background vocals. So now my background vocals are a little bit tighter in a sense, and it adds a little bit of a different texture to the background vocal with the thing. And that's me going like this, click, click. And now I'm in background vocal mode, as opposed to like, I want to do background vocals. All right, cool. Let me change out the mic.
I gotta shift everything.
Right. So it allows me to dial in certain tones, sounds, and stuff like that immediately in the recording phase. And I'm like, oh, I want that printed and stuff. So that's another one reason I wanted to bring it up to the gentleman that did ask me about that.
Actually, I do want to bring up something super, super exciting.
What?
Ooh.
Subscriptions. Question. How many subscriptions do y'all canceled over the last year? What subscriptions have y'all left in 2024?
I think a better question for me would be how many subscriptions have canceled me. But we can go on with that. We could continue.
That was good. You're good.
Courtney shooting. This might be a Courtney
At
app. I ain't gonna lie.
myself.
Feeling like Courtney app. I canceled a lot. Can I tell y'all a little secret that I use? I use Rocket Money. I have QuickBooks too.
And this episode is sponsored by.
I wish.
Right?
If y'all do, y'all can do it. I go to Rocket Money, right, for my subscriptions just to find out, okay, what am I subscribed to? I use Rocket Money and it shows me all of the subscriptions. And I go, some days I'll be like, oh, I'm about to nuke like 8 things. And I just literally use that to like track all my subscriptions. And then I go nuke stuff and
Facts.
stuff
I
like
ain't
that.
gonna lie. I use Jammable, formerly known as Voicify, one time, and I was paying for that for 6 months.
Bro.
It's like, gang.
Can I tell you something? Didn't realize on Shopify, I have 2 apps. I had the Help Me Devvon app. And then I had
and you was paying,
I didn't realize.
It just came off my phone, too.
I know.
Wow.
I had it. I was paying $200 a month.
Oh,
and didn't catch
this
it.
guy's rich.
All right, damn.
I'm noticing 200
That's
a
not.
month. I would
know.
notice 200 a month leaving my account monthly. You better 400. I'm sorry. You got it, bro.
No, I don't.
You know what? I canceled.
What?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that here.
What?
I canceled my personal Splice.
Same. I did too.
Can we say why you cancel your personal Splice?
I don't know if that's legal.
Oh,
for us to bring this up. Let's get
I like.
this on.
You know what? I'll change
Protection.
it. I'll change it a little. I like coming to Devon's house using his Splice and airdropping his
That makes
sounds
sense.
to my computer.
That's not
fine.
what happens. Allegedly. Oh, yo, all right. Let's bring this up. Sharing.
Oh, Rolling Cloud.
Sharing. I was going to talk about sharing subscriptions with your friends.
That's highly illegal, and we should not talk about.
No. I'm just saying that culture. I'm talking about the culture of it because it does exist. I'm just saying it does
I
exist.
swear
Allegedly,
on
I'm not saying we do that.
Devon, if they go and nuke any of my accounts, I'm coming after you.
I didn't do anything.
we don't do that.
I didn't
We
do
don't
anything.
do
I ain't do
that.
it. I
We
ain't
don't
do
do
nothing.
that over here.
You made me
roll
nervous.
the roll the T'Challa clip. We don't do that over here. We don't do that over here.
All right, what subscriptions do you share?
Stop cracking plugins.
Stop cracking. We just rattling shit off. No, all right. So subscription. I stopped Rolling Cloud. No, for no other reason than I just stopped using it for a bit, and it's not bad. Like they're all amazing. I just found
You just
myself.
don't
It was
find a
like
need.
I think last year I probably opened it once or twice.
Oh,
and it was just
wow.
like to the point where it's like,
What
I
was
don't
you
even
using
pay
in
for
it a
this.
lot back in the day?
Say
When
that
you
again?
use it. What was you using a lot in it?
Oh, I
Rolling
was
Cloud?
using everything.
Oh, you just going crazy with
I was
everything.
going crazy. This analogy was so crazy, bro.
Yeah, I figured it was analogy. I was
It was
like,
amazing. There, Juno, bro, it's amazing stuff.
Right.
But I just
haven't been
Yeah.
using it at all.
what other subscriptions? Splice, my personal Splice. But I still have my Waves. I pay for Waves.
Yo, I've been meaning to ask you, what was that
so-
site?
Waves.com.
Waves.com.
Not sponsored, but that I don't want to say it's better than Splice because it's not everything is royalty free on Waves, but the quality of stuff for what I make specifically is amazing. Splice has better one shots.
Okay.
But as far as loops, if you're looking for
Fire for
amazing.
what you call it?
But it does have everything clearly split. The splits and everything clearly stated. Like, yo, if you use this and it's royalty A, you got to give 30%. You got to give 10%.
Got it. Understood. Okay, got
But I
you.
think the highest is 30%.
Damn, as far as what the splits have to be, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm like, what's funny you mentioned that and stuff like that because I've changed a few things. Also, I've changed a few things in my recorded template. I've been meaning to bring it up to you. So remember how we was talking about how the OptoComp and Slate Digital Virtual Mix Rack?
CO1B emulation.
I think it is, but I want to changing out my 3A. So if you watch this podcast, you know I had the 3A in my vocoder chain, but I switched it out for that. And I like the sound of it. So same chain, but I switched out I was doing the Ben Thomas thing where I had like the Spectre at the end of it. Like, remember how I told you I was like, I'm boosting a little, but I realized I was like, not right now. I was like, not in this phase.
Still using Spectre?
Yeah.
Am I still using Spectre? Absolutely. What do you got? Information?
I was just asking.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong. I was just asking if you.
That's not like, hey, hold on. What's wrong with Spectre?
Nothing's wrong with it. I was just asking if you were still using Spectre. That's all.
What's wrong with Spectre?
He wants
Nothing's
to know.
wrong. I just wanted to know if you were still using.
He wants to know for over that.
Do you use Spectre?
Nah.
Have you ever used it?
Yes.
You didn't like Spectre?
I never said I didn't like it. Whoa, what are we doing?
Now
Yo, you didn't. Wait,
I
now
just
we're
don't
conflating.
use it.
it's different when you find out one of your friends. You're like, yo, bro,
I
what?
don't use Spectre.
Yeah.
But you tried it and you didn't like it.
I never said I didn't.
You
like
didn't
it.
like it.
I do like it. I just don't use it.
It's just not for him. Not saying that he doesn't like it. It's just not.
That is
I don't
literally
care for it.
code for I don't
That's
like
not
that.
true. That's not true. It's an amazing plugin, and y'all have said it's one of the greatest plugins ever.
Absolutely. This is not for him.
I don't know, bro. I feel like he capping low key.
I don't use any ozone stuff.
Which
I don't use. I don't use any
understand.
isotope actually. Not out
You don't use no neutron, no.
Not in my chain. I might throw something on after, but what I record into, nah.
Well, I don't see a need for you to really dive into that stuff.
I don't mix much, so I don't use a lot
Yeah,
of
because
isotope.
there's really more mixing plugins. I mean, they got a few
I don't use
creative plugins.
Soothe. Yeah, I don't use Soothe at all.
You don't use Soothe at all?
Absolutely not.
What do you mean absolutely not?
I don't. I use Curves Equator or Pro Q4.
Oh wow! So you've been using Curves Equator.
Yeah,
Why do you like Curves Equator instead of Soothe?
because
Obviously.
I already pay for Curves Equator.
So right here, Lance, stop right here, because now I'm gonna open up.
By the way,
a door.
I won just off of that.
Yeah, you did. You honestly did.
'Cause you know what you did.
You're smoking it.
You know what you did. Yo, by the way, this was a whole,
Smoking it.
if you play this
That-
episode back, we
that
were
was
playing
a
the
whole-
game. All right, can I tell you what the
That
game
was a
was?
whole-
So the game was
We
usually
didn't have a topic. Yeah.
usually we be like, all right, we always be like, all right, at least at the very least, here's a topic that we would like to touch on and stuff. But we said, yo, let's test ourselves out and see how terrible this is gonna be, and just go for it and see if a topic just falls from the tree. So I
it
want
did.
you to watch this back.
It really
go
did.
back to the beginning and now watch it and
There's
go.
See why we laugh so hard at subscriptions?
Subscription.
You know what?
That's not the topic. So, why I feel like you won? You did win that. Is because we did bring up the argument or the conversation of, and even I've been feeling this where, if I have a subscription to something, when something new comes out, I typically now say to myself, since we're getting so subscription heavy, I'm like, is there a plugin within my subscription that I'll go grab? Instead of like trying to go outside of my subscription.
Yeah, it's an ecosystem type thing. If I'm paying for it, it's not even if Curves Equator was old, like I would still go to it because I'm just paying for it every month. It's almost like I feel like I'm getting my money's worth in a sense instead of going out to buy another plugin that is doing
Similar.
stuff, and it could be better, but how better? How much better?
Understood. And
Yeah.
it just when you put that in my brain, I was like, you're right, because I recently went into my UAD Spark and I was like, damn,
I canceled that too.
You cancel your Spark?
Yes.
You don't use UAD plugins though like that?
No, I bought the Distressor outright, and I bought the 1B outright.
Oh, you bought the plugin. You bought a plugin.
Yeah.
Nice,
And I
nice,
just bought the perpetuals.
I'm about
for
to say if you
those.
bought the WN1B, I bet it'd be like.
And one of the verbs.
bought
I bought the Studio D chorus outright, and I bought one
Fire.
of the Hitsville verbs, I think.
Yeah.
But you good on everything else. I'm gonna keep it a being with you.
Polymax I missed though. I do miss Polymax.
I thought you bought that.
No, I was gifted Polymax
Type.
via NFR, and then the NFR expired.
Yo, I want to say something so
Don't even
bad.
say it. Just keep going. Just keep going.
I'm just gonna breathe.
But I remember saying something on the pod, and then my
Keep that in mind.
I remember saying something on the pod, and then my NFR just expiring magically.
Oh.
And then
Can I say
I
something?
haven't used Polymax since. This just sucks.
when I have a plugin, I give NFRs.
Are they indefinite?
They're indefinite and they don't expire.
Wow.
I'm just saying it. I'm just letting you know what I like to do.
No, I should.
I know.
Can I be
What I
honest?
do.
Y'all saw
If
how
I gave
mad
it
I
to
was when I
you,
was.
this is yours. Enjoy.
I don't know if this is beyond
Damn, I
what we're
can't say
allowed
that.
to talk about because we know sometimes companies get a little upset with what we speak about.
What?
But I remember NFR, my NFR with Waves got canceled after we said some stuff.
Enough.
That would hurt.
That's
I ain't
exactly
gonna
where
lie.
I was about to
I'm
go.
gonna be honest. Let me tell a story.
That one hurts.
That would hurt me because you were unaffected.
How I went unaffected?
Yours kept working.
No, it did not.
No, not when mine got expired. Mine got expired and he was like, I'm good. Bro, Waves
I
episode.
paid for my Waves.
Bro, the Waves episode came out about.
Oh, that hurt.
Remember when Waves started the subscription thing and we had gotten NFRs because we had done some stuff with Waves with the Studioverse and all of that.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Waves. Here's the thing. After the episode came out about, I'm not saying Waves did anything malicious. It could've just
Allegedly,
been
I'm not.
timing.
Yeah, alleged. Big
It could've
allegedly.
just been timing.
Just the
But-
chain of events.
After our episode about Waves coming out, like Waves started the subscription came out,
Event
I
A.
went and my sessions weren't opening.
Event
There's a
B.
bunch of Wave shells. I was like, what happened? And I went to my Wave Central. I found out that everything expired.
It just happened.
So the same episode that I was upset about the subscription.
Allegedly, ironically,
I'm not accusing Waves of anything.
Incidentally,
But I will say, the same day the Waves episode came out was the same day I started paying Waves $25 a month.
incredulously.
yo, I'm not gonna lie. That day, I was like, oh,
And every month when that 27.05 leaves my account, I just suck my teeth.
it hurt, bro. So I'm paying for. So right now, I'm paying for my UAD Spark. I am paying for my. I am paying for my subscriptions, y'all.
Same.
We all pay for our stuff, yeah.
I know, but I think in their back of their head they think probably like I'm getting
We get
everything for
everything
free,
free.
but it's like no. I
If
wish.
anybody's getting shit for free, it's this guy.
I pay for UAD Spark. I'm gonna tell you what I pay for. I pay for Waves. I'm newer to the UAD ecosystem, by the way, too. Like as far as their plugins and stuff like that. Like there's some of their plugins that I've grown to like really like. Yo, I really love these plugins. I pay for UAD Spark. I pay for Wave Central. Well, Slate.
Oh, I don't pay for
I believe I'm paying for Slate
don't have
Digital
anything
because I
Slate.
loved it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of the rare people I feel like that are like in that bundle, which I love it because it comes with the SSL complete now too.
Oh shoot.
So it's all the SSL, like from SSL themselves. It's all of their plugins in that bundle. So that's what made me go like, I'm in, like I'm cool.
Yeah,
so
the
it's
only Slate
fire.
Digital thing I have is Fresh Air. Shout out Slate.
That's only for a lot of Can I say something? That is literally.
It's a free plugin.
Oh, Fresh Air is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have went crazy. I would say this to you, as far as like plugins, I feel like that's the one Slate plugin everybody at the very least has at the bare minimum, like
It's
Fresh
an
Air.
amazing free plugin. It's probably one of the best free plugins out there.
I think
For
so
sure.
too. Wow, what's one of the best free plugins? Like the best free
Oh,
plugins
for
out there?
sure, Labs by Spitfire.
Yeah.
Give you so
Labs is
many
great.
instruments
Oh, okay,
for free.
okay.
It's
Okay.
insane.
I couldn't believe that shit was free.
I
by
don't
the way.
think anything beats that. Like,
Spot
they
Spitfire.
give you so much for free. I think Native Instruments might have a free tier of Complete now. So shout out to them.
Ooh, that's good. At least you get you
Yeah, I think
started.
they do.
He did not look amused.
Because I know it comes with half a version of Massive, the original Massive.
Oh my
Half
God.
a version of
I
Massive.
remember that. I
They
love
give you
Massive.
They give you Mass.
They give you mass.
Not Iv. Not Civ.
Not
Not the Civ.
Not Civ.
I don't know why I laugh so hard. That's
That was
hilarious.
kind of funny.
What is another good free plugin? I mean, we talked about it a couple episodes ago. I do think, which went into your point about like they kind of fell off with the Black Friday plugins. I think Echosphere and Epic
Oh, they're
were
not free. They were free for a day.
well. Damn.
Yeah, Waves does the Black Friday plugin. We know that.
Oh,
Epic-
what about the IDX thing? Wasn't that free for a day?
Yeah.
The Waves
day.
IDX.
I don't count those as free plugins. I count those as marketing.
How much is that plugin?
You know, Waves comfortable.
$30.
Price. I hate to say that like I'm pocket watching y'all Waves, but you know, Waves be comfortable. They be like, is it
$30. 30, 40.
is it a Rupert? Nah, it's not an emulation. 30.
30.
Slap a 30 on
we
that.
gotta
They
do we
haven't
gotta
sold a
give-
plugin for over $100 in a minute to me.
Do we
That's what
gotta
I'm saying.
give Chris Lord Algae a cut? No? All right, 30.
I don't know what those deals are, but that's not our business.
I do be
not our
wondering,
business.
but yeah, not our business.
I wonder what that
I've
did.
never wondered before, but now I'm wondering.
No,
It's not
I've
our business.
always.
Yeah, what the name series are.
Because I know how much those plugins make, being a plugin developer myself. So I said, man, I hope that they do. I hope the deals are good. I hope they
about
get
to
good
say.
deals.
I think they're good.
Can I be?
CLA's made so many plugins for them. They're good.
Can I tell you something? I really would love to just like my favorite engineers that don't have any plugins and stuff like that on. Would love to just approach them and be like, yo, let's make a plugin.
Type.
And literally be like, let me
them,
just
bro.
do it with you, and it's yours. Like
TZO
to
got
have
one?
hard ownership of your plugin, huh?
TZO got one?
No, TZ don't got one.
I call him. That's your.
Well, there's a lot of
That's our homie, man.
interested. Yeah, of course. If they would be interested, I don't know if anybody interested
they're
in making a
intrigued.
plugin, bro.
Right,
You know what I mean? But I would show them like, hey, let me show you something
Lucrative.
Like it's a good. Like I ain't gonna lie, the business of plugins is a very good business.
Because there's
still-
always somebody looking for something.
You still subscribe to Arcade?
Yes, I pay for Arcade and I'm never letting that go. That is like a Planet Fitness.
I let that go.
Yo, Arcade is
you know
like
what?
Planet Fitness.
Arcade is the stars of subscription.
No, it's not.
Because every time
No, it's not.
I go to cancel it, they be like, "Yo, you sure, my dog? I got 3 months for you for $1."
I hear you.
Like, they try that shit. It's
Arcade is not what you call it.
Yes,
Who's the
it is.
Netflix of the subscription service? Waves.
It's waves.
Pro Tools.
No,
Waves.
Pro Tools is like.
Everybody
you
try
kinda
to.
right.
Everybody try to. Let's just do plugins. If it's just plugins, then
I like the companies though because it makes more sense to me.
no. That's what I'm saying. Just the plugin companies, not a DAW.
Not a dog company.
Okay, so a plugin. Okay.
So
okay,
Pro
okay.
Tools, yeah, is Waves.
Pro Tools is Waves.
Because even though you try to front on it, everybody at least got something. From
Or
it.
the net,
you-
or the
And
Netflix.
you're caught in a subscription whether you're actually subscribing or you're doing the
Tight.
updates.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
Who?
The yearly update thing?
Waves?
Waves, yeah.
I
Yeah,
pray to
I
God
think
that
so.
2 year update plan that I'm not gonna lie, that to me made the subscription worth it, even though it's still like you're damned if you do, damned if you
Can I
don't.
be honest?
But
That's
that $200, $400 in
Can I-
one
that
shot
is
was
so
like a
predatory.
gut punch.
That is
I did
so
not like that. That
predatory.
was a gut punch for me every
Real talk,
time.
honestly, you heard about the class action on Adobe?
Yes. But what they was doing, me and Courtney used to be talking about it not behind closed door, but just personally like, yo, this doesn't feel right. Like
You
bro,
can't cancel. It's like you're under contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, they ripped me. So what happened with Adobe, I was paying for 2 subscriptions at once. I didn't realize it. So it was like $100 a month and a $60 a month for the same exact thing. But I made a mistake one time and I was doing this for like 8 months until I looked and was like, why am I getting charged for Adobe 4 times? Like I seen like a crazy
Yeah, I know
thing.
what you're saying.
So then I hit them and they were like, oh, and they was like, oh, we'll fix it and gave me the money back. I was like, so you didn't catch this in the system? Like you didn't notice this?
But before President Biden left office, he they proposed a law. I don't know if it's through or not. I think it is through
For people
but
to not be able to.
It's the one click subscription ending. So it's no confirm. It's no none of that. It's just one click and it ends.
Right.
Which I think is weird because that's kind of scary. Because what if you accidentally unsubscribe? But it's like it is what it is.
Can I tell you why I think that they need to kind of improve upon that and why they probably did it is because you ever try to cancel something and you can't find where to cancel it?
Yeah,
that's
true.
nasty. That pisses me. Any subscription I've had, that pisses me off
Or
a lot.
yeah, where it'd be like
Or
we
email
don't
us to cancel.
type shit. Yeah, we don't have it on the regular website, so email this or go
Why y'all
here
so cocky,
to cancel
first
it.
of all?
That's nasty, bro.
Why y'all so cocky? You think nobody gonna want to cancel this?
I'll
Yeah,
work
that's
to
crazy.
cancel
Yeah,
it.
I don't know.
I'm
I'll
working.
go on
Yeah,
my way.
same.
I got an hour.
There was something I was paying like
Facts.
$200 a year for, and I literally the reason why it kept lapsing is because I could never. Every time I went to go, I was like, "Where is the cancel?"
Yeah,
and
that's how they
that's
get you.
nasty.
Yeah.
But I don't know. As far as plugins and companies and stuff like that is concerned,
Have you ever? I'm sorry. Have you ever tried Audition? Because you pay
Adobe
for it.
Audition,
Yeah, you pay.
I've tried it before. I don't care for it.
Is it just Photoshop? But I'm not Photoshop. Is it just Premiere Pro?
Is
but
it
like
just
audio?
Photoshop? It feels like
Yeah.
that. It feels like Premiere Pro, but just the audio side of it. And what I'll say about Premiere Pro is, as far as the plugins, like putting plugins and stuff like that on, it's very basic in like what you could do for
Yeah.
me. But it's not a DAW. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not an audio. So for me, but it's still very basic. But I'm not gonna lie, I can get the job done. I can mix a vocal in Premiere Pro, which I do sometimes.
Word. I think we need like a big, just one big multi-company subscription.
So
Like some Spitfire stuff, some like,
consolidation.
yeah.
But what I'll say is why I don't like
Well, not
consolidation.
consolidation.
That is consolidation.
Like no, like when Spotify, Showtime, and Hulu had one, they're not owned by the same company.
I know, but that's a I'm saying that's a consolidation of like subscriptions because
Yeah.
it's all $30 and
I
I get
kinda
all
like
of
that.
that. What I say, the only reason I feel like it's a little dangerous is because I think it hinders and stifles competition. Because in the back of my mind, it's like, okay, make your offering the best to make me buy. But if it's only 4 of them, right? It's the big 4. It's like, which subscription model are you going to opt into on the audio side? Like, think about it like this. If we had all the companies or all the audio companies got together and say, yo, we pretty much going to start like ganging up with each other. We're going to be, everybody's going to be damn near $20 a month, but I'm going to be UAD, FabFilter, Isotope. Waves is going to be Waves,
Native Instruments,
Baby
and-
Audio, Native, like then it's like it's only 4, and we're gonna start choosing. Or would it be advantageous to us?
What if like Plugin Boutique had a subscription, like, all right, $50 a month, and you get to choose 8 plugins from a list, and then you get your like go-to 8 for $50 a month or whatever, something like that.
I think it's terrible. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
8 that's
From
8?
any company.
No, I don't like that.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Instead of buying,
Because for $25 a month, I can get 1,000 Waves plugins.
yeah, but it might not be certain plugins you need.
But like you digging into crates for plugins, you know you got access to them all. So sometimes you're like, do they got like a new de-esser in here? Like, I think you like that option. That's why you're so baked into the ecosystem. I think that the way you're using your Wave subscription is kind of the new way people are starting to move. Because I move like that too now, where if I'm in Spark, I'm like, is there any, like if I'm looking for a certain new type of plugin, I'll just look at my subscription first. I don't go on a hunt for it no more. Like the Kirchhoff EQ.
Yeah.
Like in my head, the reason why I still don't have it is because it's not in any one of my bundles right now.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like going outside of my bundles. I'm not gonna lie, the subscription stuff, we're really starting to change. That
We're locking
subscription,
in, yeah.
it's starting to lock me in. Cause I'm thinking about it, the newest plugins, it's hard to get me outside of a subscription bundle now. Plugin wise. Like it gotta be a fire plugin. Like Guard Particle, like Cradle Audio is still one-off. It's not subscription model. But I feel like once they hit a certain amount of plugins,
FabFilter could get,
It's a
and I ain't
possibility.
gonna, I'm surprised FabFilter not having us pay money.
yo, that's so true. That
I
would
give
be
them
crazy.
$10 a month. I ain't gonna lie.
For everything. But can I say this also? They don't drop enough.
Exactly. That's why I'm giving them only $10 a month. I
bet
ain't gonna lie. No, they
Well,
don't
that
have to
makes
drop
sense.
enough. They have enough to make us pay monthly.
I'm about to say they do.
Not with me having perpetuals already.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying
That's
for
if you have
people
the
who don't
perpetuals,
have.
yeah.
I think these are made for a lot of people who just don't have perpetuals.
For sure.
If Waves didn't have the update thing every 2 years, I guarantee you I probably wouldn't have had the new Waves.
Me either.
Oh, because I already have everything I need from Waves.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
so-
I don't have it. I have it. Like I'm trying to think the last Waves plugin I was like, ooh, I gotta have. Curse Equator kind of made me feel that way a little, where I was like, okay, I like this. Like this is new. I use it. I've been noticing I haven't been using it much, but I think that's just because I don't know why though. But I was using it a lot. I think that FabFilter Pro Q4, like that shit been like I've been using it.
really, yeah.
Yeah, I've been using it a lot lately. Like somewhat. I don't know, man. What's your favorite subscription right now though that you're in?
Waves.
Waves your favorite one?
I can't let go of Waves. Whether it's my favorite or not, if I stop paying for Waves right now,
Yeah.
I can't open a lot of sessions.
I hear you.
Bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm cooked.
The one compressor that has literally been with me in life since the beginning,
CLA.
bro, that's CLA 76, bro. And the secret to it to me is the slowest attack, the fastest release. That is the most dangerous. I don't know what that setting got on it. That setting got something nasty on it. To anybody, literally, it compresses the vocal, but it doesn't sound like compression. I understand it's slow as hell as far as the attack, and it is letting those transients through, and then the release it, just release it. But bro, it got a sound to it, bro. The Bluey specifically that I love
I like
to
the
death.
Blackie, man.
I used to use the
think-
Blackie a lot. I went back to the Bluey.
If we talking like, I mean, obviously the basic is like what we can't live without. That would be Waves for me too. But the best subscription, like I find myself like I'm using the plugins out of that all the time. I think it's my UAD. I think it's Spark.
You pay for Spark too?
Yep.
Do you have more subscriptions than me?
Yep. More than likely.
You know who needs a subscription? Leapwing. Open it up.
But see, you think that FabFilter doesn't need one.
Yo, you know who?
You're right. It's just, you know what it is? It's just that Leapwing is so expensive.
Yeah.
So it's FabFilter.
You know who else? But I think they passed away.
Who?
I ain't gonna lie. That PR crisis they had last year, I haven't heard a peep about
Who?
Acoustica since.
Yo, where are
Oh,
they?
Acoustica.
What happened? They did some nasty
No.
stuff, man.
But I'm just saying, like, oh,
Yeah,
I
what
forgot
happened?
about Acoustica.
Yeah, what became
They
of
went
them?
dark.
Because they did that nasty stuff, man.
Whoa. What
For
happened to
reference, for
Acoustica?
anybody that doesn't know, they did. Long story short, Acoustica was one of those companies you could. Now, and I'm not talking about the Acoustica that makes Mixcraft. I'm
It's
talking
two
about
different
the
ones, yeah.
plug-in Acoustica
Acoustico audio.
Just the U.
Right.
I think both is Acoustica audio.
Damn,
That makes
okay,
it
I
weird.
tried.
All right. But they were one of those companies that you couldn't find pirated. But then one of the teams had pirated them and found out that they had so much bloatware. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but they had just so
Yeah.
much that made it hard on your computer and it was there for no reason. I don't know if that was there for security
I
purposes.
think it was just.
or what.
I believe allegedly it was a security thing that I heard it was. It was just to make it harder to crack and stuff like that. But it was so much stuff. That's why our systems would be running like that.
It made it just so hard to run so many of their plugins, which was unnecessary and inefficient. And just the way they handled it was just not the smartest way. But
I think the CEO, I'm not sure allegedly, if I'm not, please, I think he said like, if we catch you with the pirated, you're banned for life.
For life, and it's like,
I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying, but I think I did.
I go to
see
Weaver
something
Beats
about
for all my news, so you could check his video.
that. Shout out Weaver Beats.
Weaver, can we get you on the pod, bro?
That'd be fire.
We just gotta catch him.
Yeah, we gotta catch it.
Let me just say that.
Yeah, all right. All
Cause
good.
I spoken to Weaver. Shout out Weaver. Big fan.
But I will say,
that.
Huh?
Might want to go get that.
Go get what?
The
Yeah, you're
clock.
fine. No. You want to get us out of here?
You can.
Yo, shout out. You won. I ain't gonna lie.
He
At the
definitely
beginning of this
did.
episode, we said we can't figure out what the episode
No,
was like. We don't know what the episode is gonna be about. But I said, yo, let's see if we still got it, right? And we just gonna shoot. It's not gonna make a noise. Don't worry about it.
I just want to thank FL. I just want to thank all my people in my corner. And yeah, you could let us out, man.
I just want to say this to my Studio Nerds podcast. This podcast for my studio nerds or studio
You're
nerds
doing it wrong,
like
yeah.
yourself. It's okay. I just
You
really,
rusty, bro. It's cool.
No, I'm not rusty. I just like saying the word. But you want to take us out, Courtney?
Man, you already know. Comment down below. You already know. Leave a nice comment. Leave your @name, please, and you can get the VIP Rossetti EQ or compressor. Also, become a paid member, man. You get so many goodies. You get, well, can't say that anymore. But you do get mix and mastering videos. We get live sessions with us. You get money in the store. You get to see these episodes first. You might get to see some of LJ's favorite plugins. You might get to see Devvon give away one of his favorite pieces of hardware. You might get to see me stop lying. Who knows? But either way, tune in.
I'm glad he called himself out.
We so happy for y'all rocking with us, man. Thank y'all so much. Another episode. And remember,